Hey, 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 hi, what's up? How are you today? I'm good. I'm pretty good. Um, I'm great. Yeah, this has been an eventful week for video games, hasn't it? Welcome to the stream. Um, this might be too low. Welcome to the stream. Um, yeah, yes, 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 yeah, 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 yeah. Anyway, yeah, this was a fun week. What is this intro? That's a great question. I don't have to answer it. Um, yeah, this has been and will continue to be a really eventful week. Shit, one sec. All right, sorry. Forgot to turn off my HVAC, and whenever I leave it on, my voice sounds like it's being eaten by little particles. And it kind of delays when it stops. So it's still running, but it should stop running right about now. How nice? How much nicer do I sound? Any nicer? Am I the only one who notices the sound quality difference? Anyway, yeah, this has been and will continue to be a very eventful week in the games industry. Um, Thursday was Summer Games Fest, followed by uh, Day of the Devs, followed by the Devolver Digital, um, like the Devolver, yeah, the Devolver Direct, the Devolver Games Direct. Um, yeah, Devin and I watched all three of those yesterday, and even though Summer Game Fest as a whole event is not over yet, right? The Sony event a couple weeks ago was technically part of that. Um, this Sunday there's going to be a wholesome games direct that I believe is part of the festivities. Monday, Sunday. Yeah, tomorrow Saturday, that'll be the Wholesome Direct. Sunday will be the Microsoft Direct and the Starfield Direct. Um like the Xbox showcase. And then Monday will be Ubisoft stuff, and I think a Capcom showcase also. And I'm more interested in the Capcom stuff. But this stream uh is gonna be me kind of going over my favorite parts of the Summer Game Fest and the presentations that came after it yesterday. Yes, this stream is top 10 things at Summer Game Fest 2023 plus 10 predictions. I'm going to give you my top 10 things that happened yesterday and 10 predictions. I'll give you a prediction for each of those things. And before I do that, Just gotta set up like a browser that can just like play trailers and stuff quietly while I talk, while I gab, while my mouth flaps. um, okay. One sec here. How's everyone doing today? How's your week been? And how did you like the Summer Game Fest? How did you like that shit? Was that shit good? Did you like it? I liked it enough to do this, you know? Um, so that's something, isn't it? That shit was good. That shit was good. You had a pretty good time with it. Um, oops. I think I was overzealous with the cropping. Just give me a sec. All right. Looks like things are about to look pretty good. All right, cool. Okay, we're about to start in earnest. You might be able to guess what uh what I have not as my number 10, but as my runner up. You see, um Summer Game Fest happened yesterday, right? The Summer Game Fest like presentation along with the Day of the Devs along with the uh along with the Devolver presentation. Um but some news dropped that was not part of any of those presentations because Atlas accidentally um posted to their Instagram stuff that was supposed to be revealed um during the Xbox showcase that's happening this Sunday. Um so um this is not 10th place, so I will not be making a prediction about it. but this is the runner-up. Um, and that runner-up is Persona 5 Tactica and the Persona 3 remake. These technically, uh, these technically are not supposed to be revealed yet, and actually, just occurred to me that before before the official reveal happens, I think I'll just turn this off. ADHD wanted to have something up and running, um but yeah, maybe I shouldn't show stuff that hasn't been officially shown yet. But yeah, the uh yeah, Persona 5 Tactica, Persona 3 remake, they're real, they're coming out. Um that means I did predict correctly that Persona 5T was Persona 5 Tactics. It's a tactics RPG. It's a turn-based tactics RPG. Seems cool enough. It has kind of that like the character models or babies aesthetic that I don't like. But I am really excited for Persona 3 remake. I think that's gonna be awesome. Um, I'm like I tried Persona 3 Portable and couldn't really get into it because I'd already played Persona 4 at that point, so Persona 3 already felt old to me. Um, so kind of a visual and maybe even mechanical upgrade to that game. That's exciting. I'm excited about that. I'm excited for people to be able to experience Persona 3 with a fresh coat of paint on it. The original is a great game, but it's definitely showing its age. Hey, yeah, looks like we're on the same page, baby. Same page, baby. Um, yeah, and both of those are gonna be day one Xbox Game Pass, so I don't even have to spend money on either of those. Extra money, no additional cost. I don't have to spend any additional money on either of those, so that's great. I'm excited about that. That's my runner up. It doesn't count because it's not a summer game. It wasn't supposed to get announced yesterday, and it still technically hasn't. So so yeah, hopefully you closed your eyes when I was running that trailer footage. Um 10th place coming up. 10th place goes to Pal World Early Access. Um so probably just make this smaller. There we go. Put this. Where do I put this? I'll just put this here. Um I'll have to move things around a lot during this stream, but I guess it is what it is. Um yeah, Power World, it's the meme game. It's oh look, it's Pokemon with guns. I I don't know how excited I should be about this game. Uh but I do kind of appreciate that they're really dedicated to this actually being a real video game. Um they announced that early access is starting uh January 2024, and um I'm interested, like I feel like it has too many ideas. It can't be really a good video game like in actuality. But, I'm kind of excited to actually try it out and see if it has a good launch. Um my prediction for Pal World Early Access is that it will not have a good launch. I think a bunch of streamers are going to try to play it like on the first week, but the early access launch is going to be very bare bones. It's going to be missing a lot of implied features, and it's going to be filled with bugs, and like People get really mad at how buggy and feature lacking it is, even though it's an early access game and it's not supposed to have everything yet. Um, and uh, and like by the time they add the features that are in this trailer, people will have forgotten the game exists. That's my prediction. I hope I'm wrong because I don't want games to be bad. I don't want games to not have a good launch, but I just get this vibe, that we're seeing the idea of a game more than how the game actually plays. It's just the vibe I get. But maybe I'm wrong. Ninth place. Um Ninth place is the Spider-Man. Well, not that. Not what you're seeing right now. This, yeah. Oh shit. The Spider-Man 2 release date announcement of October 20th. Um yeah, like, you know, this is all it was, and that's why it's not higher up. That's why it's only number 9. But the lack of a release date was kind of a bummer during the PlayStation presentation where we actually got to see gameplay and stuff. So it was both kind of nice to get the October 20th release date here, even if it was also kind of a what was the point of waiting a week, Why not just either give us the release date during the PlayStation presentation or just show the Spider-Man gameplay during Summer Game Fest? Like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like spreading those two things out across two presentations actually kind of diminished the impact of both. Um and yeah, like it's like, oh, here's a picture of Venom. Venom's in the game. It's not Eddie Brock. And it's like, yeah, we anyone who played the first game and beat it and watched the post-credit scene knows that it's probably not Eddie Brock. Like I think we know who it is. The spider spread was definitely weird, not calling it the spider spread. Um and yeah, like, it's still nice news. It's still nice news. Looking very much to playing it this October. Like, it's coming out this year. That's fucking awesome. And that's the important part, that it's coming out so soon. My prediction uh for Spider-Man 2 is Gwen Stacy will be a love interest for Miles and not Peter, and I will be mad about it. Um so generally, I think Gwen Stacy, or a version of Gwen Stacy as a love interest for Miles, like alternate universe Gwen Stacy that is Miles's age. I think that's actually a great love interest for him. I love her as an interest for him in Into the Spider-Verse. I'm really excited to see how that develops in Across the Spider-Verse. I haven't watched it, by the way. Have not watched it yet. Please, no spoilers. Um yeah, gonna wait for the theaters to thin out a bit more before I see that, but really pumped to see it. I'm just seeing a whole bunch of people spoil shit. I have been spoiled on some shit already that would have been really cool to see in theaters. but also B, I'm seeing just a lot of people talking about how Across manages to be even better than Into the Spider-Verse, and I'm excited about that. Um, but uh, but yeah, I generally do like Gwen Stacy as a love interest for Miles. However, in in Spider-Man Miles Morales for the PS4 and PS5, um, there is this this deaf girl character that has this chemistry with Miles. That is the cutest shit I've ever seen in my life. And I really need them to get together in Spider-Man 2. So if they, you know, if they make Miles and Gwen happen instead of Miles and that amazing deaf girl character that they introduced in Spider-Man 2, in Spider-Man Miles Morales, I'm just gonna be bummed out. I'm just gonna be really bummed out. I'm gonna be mad. I will be mad if we get Gwen instead of this character who is like a breakaway character. Uh yeah, it feels like the fan base in general really liked her. So if she just isn't really in the game, like, I guess I would even take like a love triangle between her and a version of Gwen, right? Like whatever. Like even though I'll be mad when Gwen gets picked instead of her, like just let that chemistry have a continuation. That's all I ask. I mean, what I'm really asking is for them to get together. But that's still my prediction. I do think Gwen will be in the game. I think she will have some kind of romantic thing with Miles and not Peter. Because Peter and Mary Jane already have this thing going on in the PS4 Spider-Verse. So that is prediction 8. That's prediction 9. It's prediction 9. Here comes prediction 8. Prediction 8. No, not prediction 8. Thing number 8. I'm doing great, guys. I'm doing really great. Uh, thing number 8 that I loved at Summer Game Fest 2023 is the Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood. Um, Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood is this cool looking, like, kind of narrative game with like a sprite based aesthetic, um, with kind of like a tarot card motif. Um, and like tarot cards play a big part in it. You can craft like your own tarot cards. You can make your own tarot cards and then like do tarot readings with them, and then those affect like things that happen in the game, and they affect the ending of the game, and like the aesthetic, the sprite based characters. um it's all really cool. All these things together are just really neat and interesting. Yeah, there's some of like the tarot card crafting. So I want to see this shit. I want to see this shit happen. I'm really intrigued. I'm really interested. I want to see more. So I hope to see more. My prediction for the Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood is that it will, like, sometime like August, September, October, there's going to be an indie world, and the Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood will shadow drop for the Switch at that indie world. Right now, it just has a vague 2023 release date, so I think it'll just drop. I think it'll just drop for the Switch during an indie world direct or something. Um, yeah, that's what I got to say about that. Um, So that's number 8. Number 7, Johnny Cage's penthouse stage in Mortal Kombat 11. Or Mortal Kombat 1, sorry. Johnny Cage's penthouse stage in Mortal Kombat 1. Um, so they did the Mortal Kombat 1 gameplay trailer this this week at the old SGF, and yeah, it was a lot of cutscenes. It's like I feel like it might have even been more just story than cutscenes again, more story than gameplay. But we did get to see some gameplay, and it was the gameplay reveal. It's the first time we've seen any gameplay for Mortal Kombat 1. Um, and honestly, I was expecting it to be more different and more visually striking. It does look a lot like Mortal Kombat 11 again to me, but there is this scene where Kenshi uh fights Johnny Cage in his fucking mansion. Um and the Johnny Cage's penthouse stage is incredible. It's such a good stage. What a great stage that I'm surprised Mortal Kombat has never done before. Yeah, oh, great stage. Great stage. And there is some stuff, oh, that's so corny. There is some stuff that I think is interesting about this the story drops they've given and the new reveals. Like uh none of the playable characters are a surprise, besides maybe Kenshi. And even then, I think that's a mild surprise at best. Um, but it was cool to see Raiden being kind of like a civilian level Mook. Right, kind of him without the glowy eyes for the first time ever. Well, not the first time ever, but seeing seeing him in the role that Liu Kang would normally have is a fun thing. Um, and yeah, I do enjoy some of the ugh, I do enjoy some of the kind of subtle differences from usual Mortal Kombat lore. Seeing how distinct Street Fighter 6 is from Street Fighter 5 definitely made MK1's presentation a little underwhelming to me. JC's house was a highlight though. I agree completely. I think right? It's kind of a little unfair to Mortal Kombat even because yeah, Street Fighter 6 is a big glow up over Street Fighter 5. And and Mortal Kombat 1 seems kind of an incremental upgrade to Mortal Kombat 11, right? It doesn't look that much better, especially in the gameplay. Um but also that's kind of unfair because Mortal Kombat 11 looks so much better than Street Fighter 5 did. Like and Injustice 2 looks so much better than Street Fighter 5 did. Like NetherRealm has been doing glow ups for the past 6 years, the past 8 years, while in that time Street Fighter 5 has just been Capcom's just been adding characters to the same game that looks the exact same for years and years. Um so it's maybe not super fair uh to Mortal Kombat 1 that it's oh, it doesn't look that much amazingly better than the last really good looking game they made. Um but it had that effect nonetheless, didn't it? Um my prediction for Mortal Kombat 1 is Katana is evil this time. So, let's see here. Near the end of the trailer, or in kind of the second act of the trailer, right? Um, uh, you get to see kind of Katana and Melina interact. Um, and like Melina is Katana's sister by birth this time, but she has a disease that's making her fangs grow in or something. And Katana's like, "Let me help you, sister." And Melina's like, "No, you want my throne," which is gives us some details, right? Like Melina is apparently the heir to Adina's throne this time instead of Katana, right? That's kind of a nice little twist. And because of that twist, what I think is happening here is that usually in every Mortal Kombat game, Melina's suspicious of Katana and thinks that Katana wants her dead just as much as Melina wants Katana dead. And the twist is always, Katana being like, "No, you're my sister. I want us to get along. I want us to not be at each other's throats. I want peace. I want peace for all Adenians, and I want peace for us." Right? That's always the thing. Like Melina is the just crazy evil one, and Katana is the good one, right? But I think just because of the details they've peppered out this time, I think what is actually happening this time is that Katana is pretending to be that person, but she is actually manipulating Melina and trying to take the throne from her. Like Melina seems like psychotic and overly suspicious this time because she always has been. But I think this time Melina is right, and that Katana has like poisoned Melina or put a curse on her or something, and that's why she's growing the fangs all of a sudden, so that Katana can take over the Edenian throne. Extra prediction on top of this, I think the reason she's doing this is that when Liu Kang rebuilt the universe, uh, he went, you know what? Katana's life is always so hard in every universe because Shao Kahn has been an abusive and terrible father to her. I'm going to make a universe where Katana and Melina are sisters that grow up together, and Shao Kahn isn't in the picture. That's what I think. That's what I think is one of the changes of this world, and I think that they're going to reveal that Katana is always such a good and empathetic person uh because Shao Kahn was so awful to her and she gained that empathy for other people. Um and now that he's gone, she is just a ruthless tyrant. That's my prediction. That's my prediction. I don't like I don't like the trope that like I don't like the, "Oh, your abuser made you a good person. No, your trauma made you a good person." But I also don't think that NetherRealm is has good writers. uh so that is I do like I don't think that's going to be good writing, but I do think that's going to happen. That's my prediction for Mortal Kombat. I'm definitely interested to see how character relationships are redesigned or redefined in the Fire God Liu Kang verse. Yeah, I am too. I think there's a lot of potential. I honestly don't think that the game's going to live up to all that potential, but I do think it'll have some interesting ideas. Bonus prediction, I think Cassie Cage is at least going to be like a cameo fighter. I think the cameo fighters are going to be explained as like multiverse anomalies that are like entering through rifts, right? Like a lot of the cameo fighters are like MK1 versions of different characters. Um, so I think it's going to be versions of characters from universes that we thought were rebooted, that are just like bleeding through like the cracks in the universe that Fire God Liu Kang has been unattended because he is an idiot just like Raiden is. That's yeah. Yeah, have a bunch of Mortal Kombat predictions. There you go. There you go. All right, now I'm going to be putting some predictions over here. So I guess before I do that, uh, take Can I still look at my predictions so far, or my top 10 things so far and their predictions? My runner-up is Persona 5 Tactica, Persona 3 Remake. My number 10 is Palworld Early Access. My prediction is that it will not have a good launch. My number 9 is the Spider-Man 2 release date. My prediction is that Gwen Stacy will be a love interest for Miles and not Peter, and I will be mad. Number 8 is the Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood. My prediction is a Indie World Shadow Drop of fall 2023. And number 7 is Johnny Cage's Penthouse Stage. My prediction is Katana is evil this time. Now, man, where do I go? I'll stay here for now. I'll stay over here for now. It's fine. I'll have to move myself eventually, but I'll stay here for now. So my next number six is a game called Henry Halfhead. This was revealed during the Day of the Devs. Um, great MK and Spider-Man predictions. Oh, thank you. Thank you. So my number 6 is a game called Henry Halfhead, and this was revealed at the Day of the Devs, and it's it's like it's like Cappy's power in Mario Odyssey, except like turn into like a weird like slice of life like indie puzzle game instead of a Mario game where you're also Mario sometimes. Um, this is like, yeah, you're half ahead and you place yourself on top of like different like household objects and things, and you have kind of like quests, like you have a to-do list, shit like make your bed. Um, and do you make the bed by turning into the blanket, and you also open the door by like melding your head to the door, and um yeah, obviously a very neat idea. I kind of like someone kind of taking the cool things that Mario Odyssey did and then like basing a puzzle game around it. That's interesting. I'm interested. Um, and obviously I don't think they ever name dropped Mario Odyssey. But even though that is not the case, my prediction for Henry Halfhead is that there will be a puzzle where you control a human that looks like Mario. That's my prediction. I hate that. Look, I don't love the things that I think are going to happen. I just I'm here to make predictions, okay? I'm not here to just give you my wish list. I'm here to give you hard-hitting, accurate. You're just the think man. I'm just the think man. That's just me. I'm just the think man. Uh I hate that and this game. I think Henry Halfhead is cute. My fiance Devin does not. My fiance Devin is mortified by Henry Halfhead. But Henry Halfhead is here to stay, and I think it's coming out this year. Um, I think it's coming out this year. No, I don't think it has a release date at all, actually. Well, It'll come out someday. Okay. Now I'm in the top 5. I'm entering my top 5 things about Summer Game Fest 2023. Fifth place goes to Like a Dragon Gaiden. Hell yeah. Like a Dragon Gaiden, the man without a name or something, right? Um, uh, yeah, it's good. It looks, like it's fun. It's funny that Like a Dragon Gaiden is this high because I've played exactly one Yakuza game, and that is Yakuza 0. I didn't even beat it, but I did gain a respect for the Yakuza franchise and a desire to play more Yakuza games. But I also have kind of a problem in that like I want to play in like as close to chronological order as possible. Like I don't want to just like jump into the best ones, right? I want to play 0 and then 2 and then 3 and then 4 and then 5 and then 6 and then Yakuza Like a Dragon and then this. And I don't have enough time to do all that, right? I don't realistically have enough time in my life to do all that. Um, but I oh yeah, and that guy um when this guy showed up, the man who erased his name, I was like, oh my god, it's a twink that wants to obliterate you. Um, and Devin choked on his drink. Um, so so yeah, like a Dragon Gaiden. And it comes with a character pack if you pre-order it that includes Majima. Um, best reversal of a trope. My prediction for Like a Dragon Gaiden, which by the way, I guess first of all I should just like kind of highlight that Like a Dragon Gaiden is interesting because the Like a Dragon series from this point forward is supposed to be like turn-based RPGs, right? Like the next one, like Yakuza 8 slash Like a Dragon 2 is going to be like a Dragon Quest style like turn-based RPG, right? Um and Like a Dragon Gaiden is going to have the usual like Yakuza action RPG gameplay that Kiryu's games usually have. So like like this is kind of a callback to the Yakuza gameplay we're used to is kind of fun, even though I don't get that kind of physics defying move where he like where blue stuff comes out of his hands and everyone like kind of falls over. I don't know what that shit is. Oh, same. I want to get into Yakuza, but there's like 12 of these games and they're all at least 20 to 30 hours. Yeah, not enough time. Not enough time to play this shit. I really want to though. I really want to check this shit out. Anyway, my prediction for Like a Dragon Gaiden is playable Majima will be disappointing. Um like during Summer Game Fest there were like uh all these cheers, like everyone went like oh oh when they saw Majima on the screen as part of the character battle pack or whatever. But I think that battle pack is not really going to have much story meat to it. I think it's literally just going to be like Majima and his move set in the game. Uh you'll get to play as him, but you won't really get to do like a whole story with him, right? Like it'll just be like you get to play through Kiryu's parts with Majima's character model and some of his moves. That's my guess. Because like yeah, if there was like a big story basis to those three characters being in the game, I feel like they wouldn't lock it behind a pre-order, right? Um that would be I guess they could, but that would be obnoxious if they did that. And I feel like Sega tries not to be obnoxious with their stuff like Yakuza. But maybe I'm just giving them too much benefit of the doubt. Anyway, I do think Playable Majima will be disappointing. Also, I just got into Kamen Rider, so RIP my spare time. Oh damn! Wow, Kamen Rider. That's tokusatsu stuff. Tokusatsu stuff is like this world that I've always been curious about jumping into, but I don't dare, you know, like yeah, I don't like I don't have the spare time to jump into a wormhole that large, right? It's like Power Rangers, where like every time I try to look up Power Rangers lore, I get really sucked in, and I have to like stop myself, you know. I have to do that shit in moderation. It also kind of like it's also kind of like pro wrestling, right? Like because there's just like all this lore. If you check out some of it, you have to check out all of it, and like it's just like yeah, it just envelops you. It takes up so much of your spare time just catching up with all of that. I hope that's a good experience for you though. I hope you have fun with Kamen Rider stuff. Kamen Rider seems very fun. You know, it seems like a very cool kind of camp. I feel like I could get into Kamen Rider, or be completely turned off by it. I feel like it's a coin toss, honestly. But yeah, that's my number five. Like a Dragon is my number five. Like a Dragon Gaiden. Number four. Fourth place is Sandland. Sandland. Sandland, the video game. Um, Sandland is a relatively unknown, I guess. Um, Surprisingly unknown manga developed by Akira Toriyama. Like after he finished work on Dragon Ball Z, he did kind of like a short run, like a 10 chapter run of a series called Sandland. Like, you know, about like this kind of big, like desolate, like desert world, and this little like pink demon boy, uh, like kind of driving like jeeps and tanks around in this big mysterious desert world filled with beasts and whatnot. And I've read some of it. I don't remember too much about it, but I did think it was a pretty interesting departure from Akira Toriyama's usual stuff, while also feeling very familiar at the same time. Um, so it was kind of funny. Like I was, you know, I was in the Beep Boop group Discord, and it was like, oh shit, I think this is a Sandland game. And everyone was like, whoa, is this a Dragon Ball guy? Like no one had ever heard of Sandland, right? And it made me realize, oh, I guess like not many people know about this shit. Not many people know that Sandland is a thing, that Sandland exists. Um, which is wild because like Sandland is also getting a movie adaptation. There's also a Sandland movie coming out. So I figured that like people would at least know about Sandland because of that. But yeah, like gamers do not know what Sandland is, or they didn't until yesterday. Um, and I think it's pretty cool that gamers now know what Sandland is. Not only that, this looks like a not half bad video game, you know? Like it looks like kind of a neat adventure game. And obviously like aesthetically it looks really great. Like really cool visually, really cool graphically, you know? Um so yeah, I'm really looking forward to Sandland. Um Sandland came out like 20 years ago, so I'm not sure why it's getting a game and a movie now, but I'm hype. I'm down for more anime manga games that aren't arena brawlers. Yeah, right? Like, yeah, me too. I think that's the big reason I'm into it, that it's not just like another arena brawler, right? And yeah, you know, Shueisha just does this sometimes. Like Like they'll take just kind of a they'll take one of their older properties that didn't really get a chance to shine and just be like, "Hey, here it is. It's back. We're giving it a really high budget animation for some reason." Um and yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm cool with that. Wish they do it more, honestly. Give us a Siren anime, you know? I say that as someone that hasn't even read Siren, but as someone who has just observed people being really sad at Siren never getting an anime. I want those people to be happy. My prediction for Sandland is that it will be more popular than the manga was. I think this will actually get like I think this will sell okay, and that there will be like a lot of people where they're like, "Oh, Sandland's dope." Like they won't even know that it's based on anything. They'll just think this is a really cool like anime like desert like post-apocalyptic exploration game and still dig it. I think I think more people associate Sandland with the video game than the manga. That's my prediction. Like this time 2025, more people associate Sandland with the game than the manga. All right. 3 placements left. I'll go up here. Third place, baby. Third place goes to Sonic Superstars. Sonic Superstars is number 3. Um, yeah, I think I'm glad this is a thing, right? Like this announcement came out of nowhere and it's just like a 2D like classic Sonic game with 3D environments. Um Looks pretty cool actually. Like I dig the way it looks. Um and not only can you play as like, as Tails, Knuckles, Amy Rose, right? Like the classic roster, but it also has up to 4-player co-op. Um yeah, they're great. Good idea. Like good work. I'm glad this is a thing. I'm glad this exists. Um uh I don't I don't really know about the new powers and abilities, but it's cool that there are new powers and abilities. I'm willing to try them out and see how fun they are. Special stages look super trippy, super fucking wild. Um but yeah, I think it's a really good idea for Sega to like do some classic Sonic shit because for starters, I feel like it's easier to do than their big 3D adventures, right? Like this helps the wait between mainline Sonic games not feel so long. So I think it's a really good idea. Um Also that Fang tease is pretty fun. Um Even though I have a suspicion that like uh I have a suspicion that Fang is going to be like paid DLC, like he's only in the deluxe edition or something. Uh but it's still a cute tease. It'll be cool to see him playable at all. My prediction, however, for Sonic Superstars is that um it'll be more like Sonic 4 than Sonic Mania. Like, I'm glad this exists. I'm excited for it, but even though I'm excited for it, and I think it was a really cool reveal for Summer Game Fest 2023, um, I can't help I can't help but think that that the game's not going to be that good. Like especially like I see this weird jellyfish part uh and like I think that it's not like it's not going to, especially like four players at a time. I think it's not going to feel as good and tight as a 2D Sonic game usually does. I feel like the level design is not going to be as great as Sonic Mania's was. Um, yeah, I think this is going to be like great, like as kind of a nostalgia grab and like um, you know, uh, it'll be filled with like references that'll make you go, oh, a reference, oh, I get that reference, oh, it's so, oh, what an actual reference that was. But yeah, um, yeah, I do just feel like it will be kind of uh disappointing. I think this game will be kind of disappointing, even though I'm looking forward to it, and I hope I'm wrong about that. Um, Also, just like stuff like, oh, pre-order the game to get Modern Amy as a costume, or not even pre-order, sign up for our online newsletter to get Modern Amy Rose as a costume. Like that is just like I'm just getting some yellow flags. Also, like there was a Walmart listing that listed this for $70. And then like the official Sonic the Hedgehog Twitter was like the base game will be 60. And first of all, this looks like a $40 game. I would have happily paid $40 for this. But they're gonna sell it for 60. Um, and second off, the base game will be 60. Like they're going to be doing some kind of deluxe edition nonsense, and I feel like the deluxe edition will include some stuff that it feels like the base game should have had. So yeah, like I'm both like really happy about Sonic Superstars and just ready to have my heart broken already. The Sonic experience, right? The Sonic experience. Um yeah. That's number 3. There's number 3 for you. Second place goes to Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Um, so FF7 Rebirth, uh, obviously a great showing. Like when Jeff Keighley was like, "Oh, we have a big, shocking, surprising finale for you," it's like, okay, cool. It's gonna be like some big game announcement that we haven't heard of before, or like, uh, $60. This is like Platinum making that shoot 'em up $40 with $10 DLC if you wanted the story. Oh yeah. Yeah, that and that was like a sprite like a sprite based shooter like Soul Cresta, right? Like that game looked like a $20 game, like a 15 to $20 game. And they're like it's $50 if you want the story. And it's $40 otherwise. Yeah, it does feel a little like that. Um but yeah, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, it did feel like Jeff Keighley was gonna have something bigger and more shocking. Um Especially because like I had a feeling, like I think I predicted a while back that FF7 Rebirth would be there. And get like a release date trailer, right? Like Square Enix has consistently had a good enough relationship with Summer Game Fest that felt like something that was likely, not just like a long shot, which is what Jeff made it sound like. I do think like in retrospect that it was kind of funny um that like in the middle of the presentation they showed Ever Crisis, right? They showed Ever Crisis, they showed a gorgeous CG cutscene and then followed it up with Ever Crisis graphics, and that was a really bad idea. I don't know why they did that. Uh, you could almost hear like the ooh of disappointment when the regular graphics popped up. Um, that was a bad idea. And then Jeff went, speaking of Final Fantasy VII, and then the crowd got really excited again. And Jeff was like, no, speaking of Final Fantasy VII, you can get some cloud points at Portillo's or whatever the fuck he said, right? It was some sort of sponsorship thing that was tangentially related to Final Fantasy VII. And I think now that we know that he was saving Rebirth for the end, that was a very funny fake out. At the time I thought he was an idiot for doing that, but that was kind of funny now that I know everything. Um anyway, yeah, I haven't beaten Final Fantasy VII Remake yet. I never got around to beating it. Um and I feel like I'll have to beat it before I even start Rebirth. And I feel like maybe I should go back and beat Final Fantasy VII Original before I try to beat Remake. Um, but I thought this was a very good trailer, you know? This is a good trailer because I know that Final Fantasy VII Remake has a twist, but I don't know what the twist is. And I feel like this trailer was made in a way that if you know what the twist is, there's stuff in this trailer that gets you excited. That like there's stuff in this trailer that subtly hints at the twist, that ties into the twist, and if you know what the twist is, then you're having a really good time during this trailer. And if you don't know what the twist is, this trailer doesn't outright spell it out for you. It doesn't make it really obvious what the twist was, right? Like I know there's a twist, but I'm not positive what the twist is. I have some guesses. I have some guesses to what the twist is. Um, I feel like I might be onto something from this trailer, but I also think that it doesn't like, yeah, this is a trailer that both appeals to people that beat Final Fantasy VII Remake, but doesn't spoil the big twists of Final Fantasy VII Remake outright. And I think that's great. I think that's a really well built trailer. I didn't think they would pull it off. I kind of assumed that the next big trailer for Rebirth would just be like, you know, just be like, wow, it sure was crazy that we found out the Cloud's a ghost. Let's go find some haunted houses so that he can live in. You know, like yeah. I was ready for them to spoil the twist of 7 Remake in like the first big Rebirth trailer, and they held back. They held back, and I'm very proud of them. So I was able to have a good time during this trailer. Red 13 gameplay also, which I kind of figured was something they were saving for Rebirth, so that like um, as a thing that would make Rebirth interesting, like actually having Red as like a legit playable character. Because I know he was just like an NPC in the he was just like a guest party member in FF7 Remake 1. Yeah. Um oh yeah, and the Turks. Um so FF7 Remake had, oh, you know what? I forget. What did I put down for my prediction for FF7 Remake? What was my prediction? Prediction for FF7 Rebirth. Final release date of April or May 2024. Um yeah, that's not bad. I actually have a new one. I actually have a new one. There. There's there's my FF7 Rebirth prediction. Like after it comes out, there will be a DLC expansion where you play as the Turks. Alternately like a DLC expansion where you play as Vincent, right? Maybe Vincent's the DLC for Rebirth. and then finally your whole party is there in reunion, which I'm assuming is what the third one's going to be called, FF7 Reunion. But yeah, um, I think the Turks would be really fun though, so that's my prediction. Yeah, yeah. Even though I haven't beat an FF7 remake yet, I thought FF7 Rebirth had a great showing, good trailer, good vibes, good get for Jeff Keighley. You know, good get for Summer Game Fest. Nice that they clinched that. Nice job. And finally, I must prepare my number one pick. My number one pick was a game that showed up at the Day of the Devs called Beastie Ball. Beastie Ball. Um, this got shown at the Day of the Devs presentation um after after Summer Game Fest was over. Um, and one of the big things you have to know about this is that if you have heard of or played the indie game Wandersong or the indie game Chicory, A Colorful Tale with the dog with the paintbrush, um, this is the next game from Greg Lobanov, the guy who was the lead and the developer of both those games. I think both those games have such like charm to them. Um, like they've got such charm and heart and like love put into them. And and he said a little while back that his next game was going to be at the Day of the Devs presentation, and and they revealed Beastie Ball. And Beastie Ball is like a Pokemon volleyball tactics RPG. Like it's a bunch of like collectible creatures, right? That you recruit onto your team and collect and like have team up in different formations. Uh and you do that by adding them to your volleyball team and having them play volleyball. Uh but the volleyball is the volleyball part is also a turn-based like tactics RPG where placement is important and also like selection of moves is important. Also they got a dog barking into a microphone and and each of your beasties um can like pair up, right? Like, oh, I didn't catch that last time I watched this. Each of your BCs can like pair up and have like a unique special move. Like every BC pairing is unique apparently and has like different effects for their combined super move. Um and God, like this already looks about as adorable as this already looked about as adorable as Wandersong looked as as Chicory looked. Yeah, it looks so cute. It looks so excellent. I'm so excited to play it. I'm so excited to play BC Ball. It is the most exciting reveal. Bless you. It was the most exciting reveal It was the most exciting reveal of Summer Game Fest yesterday for me. Um, maybe maybe second most if you count the Persona reveals, which do not count. Um, but honestly, I think it's up there. I think it might even be uh I think it might even be like more up there because it's just this is I can't believe this is such a me video game. Like a Pokemon volleyball tactics RPG. I don't like volleyball that much, but I do like Haikyuu, which we got to see on that guy's shelf. He had a manga book collection. So relatable. I related, man. I related. I related. I related. Uh can't wait for your Persona 3 playthrough, which you're definitely doing. Um, there is a decent chance that I will at least like start that game on stream. Will I do the whole thing on stream? That's a great question. Um, but speaking of which, anyone that's watching now, you'll want to tune in next Friday. That's where I'm gonna do my big schedule stream. That's where I'm gonna like I'm gonna take all the release dates that we've gotten for all these games from Summer Game Fest season and map out what games I'm playing next. I'm also going to figure out what old games I'll be playing on Mondays, and I'll be taking viewer suggestions for that. Anyone that's in stream can suggest that, and I'll be kicking off that stream with what I'm calling the Big Boys tournament. Um, because as you guys know, I haven't done any full playthroughs of any game that's over 30 hours. Um, and I'm going to decide my first 30-hour plus playthrough of an old game since my return via a series of polls. Basically, I'm going to have a tournament bracket of games. You guys will systematically vote uh, on which game you want me to do a full playthrough of the most, and the winner of that whole bracket will be my next full playthrough. Um, but yeah, that's next Friday. But you know, please clear your schedule for that. Please, if you if you feel like it, please make time because I think that'll be a fun stream, and I'm excited to see what you guys will pick. Sean can handle the volleyball. You can do the tactics. No, I'm playing this whole game myself. The Thor Z playthrough tourney. Yes, that is basically what that's gonna be. Yeah. Um, my prediction for Beastie Ball. You'll think I made this up. Like I think I think this game will come out and I'll boot this game up. Uh and anyone that like hasn't seen previous coverage of me like anyone that hadn't seen me do coverage of this previously or now will be like you this isn't real. This isn't a real game and you made this up. When I talk about BC Ball, they'll be like that's not a real game. But it is. I couldn't be happier that it is. One thing that's kind of bummer is it's got a 2024 release date, and also it's gonna get crowdfunded. Um, you're not real. I have heard that before. I have. Um, like this is getting a Kickstarter, and I'm sure the Kickstarter is gonna do great. Um, but I do kind of like when games don't need Kickstarters and when Kickstarters don't bloat the scope of a game and make it like, too bogged down by its own stretch goals to live up to expectations, right? Um, yeah, I like when people are just able to kind of scope out their game at their own leisure and just get to make a good game, right? Uh, but I'm still going to back this. I'm still going to back BC Ball. And I'm still looking forward to it. So yeah, that is my top 10 things at at Summer Game Fest 2023 with 10 predictions. To recap, the runner-up was Persona 5 Tactica and Persona 3 Remake, which were supposed to be revealed on Sunday at the Xbox presentation, so I didn't feel like they should count. So they're just a runner-up and they don't get a prediction. Number 10th place was Palworld Early Access. My prediction was it will not have a good launch. Prediction thing number 9 was the Spider-Man 2 release date for October 20th. My prediction is that Gwen Stacy will be a love interest for Miles and not Peter, and I will be mad about it because it will take away from the cute deaf girl screen time. Number 8 is the Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood. My prediction for that is an Indie World Shadow Drop for that cool tarot card game. 7th place will be Johnny Cage's Penthouse Stage in Mortal Kombat 1. My prediction for that is that Katana is evil this time. 6th place went to Henry Halfhead. My prediction is that there will be a puzzle where you control a human that looks like Mario. Number 5 is Like a Dragon Gaiden. My prediction is that playable Majima will be disappointing. Number 4 is Sandland, the video game. My prediction is that it'll be more popular than the manga was. Number 3 is Sonic Superstars. My prediction is that it will be more like Sonic 4 than Sonic Mania, and overall probably kind of a disappointment. Number 2 is FF7 Rebirth. My prediction is a DLC expansion where you play as the Turks. Finally, first place, my favorite thing about Summer Game Fest and the presentations that followed it, is BC Ball, the Pokemon volleyball game. My prediction is that you'll think I made this up if you didn't hear me talk about this just now. So will the names for FF7 be Remake, Rebirth, and Reaper? I think it's going to be Remake, Rebirth, Reunion. Cloud says Reunion a couple times in the Rebirth trailer that just came out. And that, yeah. I was expecting before that it would be called like FF7 Revival, right? But I think they are building up to FF7 Reunion, and that name will matter. BC Ball's a Cassette Beast spinoff, right? No, they don't have anything to do to each other, but I do see I'm seeing a bit of a pattern in games that I really think are cool. I do think those two have some distinct differences, and I think they'll have very different tones and very different vibes. Yeah, I still want to do a full playthrough of Cassette Beast, and I'm still really looking forward to BC Ball. Or they'll just release the first one again and call it Redo, FF7 Redo. Yeah, I think you got it. I think you figured it out. But yeah, I think Summer Game Fest was pretty cool this year. I think this is a better one. I think this is better than it has been. I think this one was better than either Summer Game Fest or Game Awards has been for like the past few years. Um, this is my prediction stream now. Anyway, yeah, I think this was an improvement. Obviously, I think there were some weird dumb moments like these presentations always have. Uh but it did bring some cool reveals and some neat stuff. I'm looking forward to everything here except maybe Power World Early Access. I'm not sure how to feel about Power World Early Access still, but most of this stuff I am looking forward to, and like I hope it's good. Yeah. Yep. That's there it is. There's the top 10 things and 10 predictions. Um yeah, there's still like Summer Game Fest technically isn't over. There's going to be the Wholesome Direct this Saturday. There's going to be the Xbox Showcase this Sunday. There's going to be Ubisoft and Capcom stuff on Monday. Um, I think there's even going to be kind of like a Grasshopper manufacturer presentation either next week or the week after. Um, so yeah, tons of stuff to still look forward to. Tons of stuff that's still going to get announced, I think. Um, Predictions for the Xbox Showcase. Um, I think that Hades 2 will be there. I think that the early access slash games preview will get a shadow drop, and I think it's going to launch on Game Pass. Um, and Here's a wishful thinking one. I think I hope I don't even think anymore. I have no reason to believe that this is going to happen, but I hope with my whole heart that um that Marvel Midnight Suns will get a season 2 of DLC and that it'll get announced at the Xbox Showcase. There's no reason to believe that'll be a thing. There's no reason for it. But I want it and I'm manifesting it now. Okay? All right. I'm manifesting it into the world. It's going to happen. It'll be there. No. Oh. Well, I tried. Yeah. I also think there'll be a bunch of like cool Game Pass shit. I think they'll focus on Game Pass releases as they always have. Um and I'm hoping for like there's there's a bunch of games. I'm against that unless it comes to Switch. Against Midnight Suns or against Hades 2. Um cuz yeah, like Hades 2 early access will not be coming to Switch. Switch doesn't really do early access stuff. Midnight Suns. Yeah, I'm sorry to break this to you if you haven't heard about it already, but there was a Switch version in development and they canceled it. They canceled it because that game made much less money than they thought it was going to. And they barely released the PS4 and Xbox One versions. Um, the PS4 and Xbox One versions just like came out like last month really quietly. Digital only. No physical versions for those games. Um, so like I'm really hoping against hope that there's going to be any additional content. Um, but like if you play the game, like if you play Midnight Suns, it's very clear that they intended for there to be two seasons of DLC for this game. So if they don't get a season 2, like it's just going to break my heart. That game was so good. It was in my top 5 for game of the year 2022. It's an incredible game. I'm near the end in that game. Like I'm at like the end game for Midnight Suns and it's such a great game and I wish people wouldn't just, you know, just write it off cuz of Marvel fatigue or because they think it looks like a mobile game. It doesn't. It just has cards in it. Not all card games look like mobile games. Um yeah. Yeah, it makes me sad thinking about it. Um but yeah, Microsoft has all these games that they've teased that we haven't heard of in a long time, right? Like there's Rare's new game Everwild. We still don't even really know what the gameplay of that game's like. There's the new Fable game, right? There's the Perfect Dark reboot. Like we haven't heard about any of this shit in a long time, so I hope at least one of those resurfaces during the Xbox showcase. And but more than that, I really liked what they did last year. Um uh I really liked the Microsoft showcase being like, "Hey, everything you see in the showcase is going to come out in the next 12 months." And of course, that wasn't true. There were delays, right? Like Hollow Knight Silksong is not coming out in the next 3 days. Um Starfield got delayed till September. Um but I really like that as kind of like an idea. I like that, yeah, the next everything in this presentation is stuff that we intend on releasing in the next year. I love that. That's great. That that really makes a presentation that you get excited for, right? Instead of like seeing like 10 cinematic trailers and it's like, "Oh, cool. Can't wait for 2027." So I hope they do that again. I hope they do the everything is planned to come out in the next 12 months. There might be delays, but like 90% of what you see here, you'll be playing by this time next year. Um, you know, that was cool even if some of those announcements were for games that ended up being very disappointing like Redfall. Did you play the Life of P demo? Actually, fun fact, I downloaded it because I was thinking about streaming it today. Like after I finished these predictions and stuff, since the Life of P demo shadow dropped during Summer Game Fest, and I was doing Summer Game Fest reactions, I thought it could be appropriate for me to check out the Life of P demo. Um, but after reading that it's a Souls like, I started kind of changing my mind, and I was starting to think of what to play instead. Would you be interested? Does me playing the Life of P demo sound like a fun stream tonight? Because if not, I might just end up doing more Street Fighter. It seems good from what I've heard. Also, I tricked you. What'd you do? How'd you trick me? It's called Lies of P. Wahaha. You got me. Oh no. How could you? What have you done? All right, yeah. Maybe I'll boot it up if I can. My we'll see what my PS5 controller's battery life is like. I didn't really think ahead there. Now Midnight Suns will never get DLC. You monster! I'll be back. I'm right here. It's not. I'm not. I'm not like leaving. I'm grabbing my controller. Uh, but yeah, yeah. Wholesome Direct, Microsoft Direct, Ubisoft, and Capcom stuff. And once that's all resolved and stuff, I'll I'll do my schedule stream on Friday. So like, yeah. Please tune in for that shit. Please recommend games for me to play. Um, yeah, I'll need some heads in the chat to vote on stuff. So, you know, arrive in my time of need. if you feel like it. Okay. All right. This this was a cool game at the Summer Game Fest. Like this was really cool to see there. Just fucking this outfit is the closest you get to the Midnight Suns DLC. Why don't you just get another console instead of like having this anger towards like any game that isn't on the Switch? The character was clearly the twink boyfriend of of the protagonist. He's got a bit of a twink vibe. Um, I did like I was like, this game looks cool, and then afterwards I find out that like it's got a lot of like Souls type gameplay. And I just like I'm not great at Souls games. Uh, I did that Elden Ring stream, and that went poorly for me. But we're gonna give this game a shot, see how that goes. Give the demo a little try, a little sip, a little sippy. I've seen how many games you've never touched or beaten across all your consoles. I'm already behind across Switch and 3DS. Look, this, this could be a uniquely me problem. Okay, looks like HDR is not a thing I can turn on. Please adjust so that both the dark image and the bright image are visible. Okay. Won't let me adjust the contrast. Well, okay. So it kind of appear in the game as auto saving. Gotcha. 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 Whoa. Oh, blood. Damn. Okay. Good settings. Lies of Sean P. Francis. Do you think that Sean's middle initial is P? Do you think that Sean's middle initial is P? Ooh. Oh. My controller had a rumbly time there. Disruption occurs when disruption gauge builds up. When the disruption gauge fills up, you'll never know. Also, the loading screen says now lying.
Can you hear me?
If it isn't, you have to tell me his birthday and social. Ah, yes, good old Sean P. Francis. Ah, I love how his middle initial has been a P this whole time.
We need your help.
How's volume and stuff? This corridor actually just kind of reminds me of Elden Ring.
I've been looking all over for you.
Jimmy will restart soon.
I see they got Jiminy too. But we have to hurry. My name is Sophia. Please come to Hotel Krat, and I'll explain what's happening. Jiminy, please escort him to the hotel.
Huh. Jiminy, as in Jiminy Cricket. Oh, that's cool. Hold on. This is some small ass text. Wow. You cannot change the text size. All these options and you can't change the size of the text. All right. Oh my god, you're such a Gemini. I'm like
Let's
such a
get you out
Gemini.
there. Find something that might help.
Okay. I'm like such a Gemini because like I'm always helping people, and I fit in a little lantern, and people just carry me around. You know, like they just.
But the streets are not safe. Arm yourself with one of the weapons over there. It'll be helpful on your way to the hotel.
Ooh. Path of the Cricket, balance. Path of the Bastard, dexterity. Path of the Sweeper, strength. Oh. Balance has power and speed. This is quick and nimble. And this hit hard. I'll do balanced.
Destination Hotel Krat. Recommend escaping from this location.
Why is Gemini like a little robot? Ooh, whoa. I'm digging the... Oh. What's that spooky little guy? Phew. Wait, please. Keep Keep the tutorial up. Ah yes, the sawtooth wheel and the fable catalyst. Okay, R1 is block.
Welcome to Crop Station, everyone.
Thanks.
Here you will witness the most spectacular display of human endeavor on Earth. If Crop is your final destination, we wish you a safe and prosperous day.
Daniel going full ACAB, you know it. RIP the pacifist run. I'm not sure this game entirely had a pacifist run in mind. Just my guess. Pulse cells to recover HP. There's a maximum number of times pulse cells can be used. When you reach the maximum, the cell will be discharged. If you attack enemies while the cell is discharged, pulse cell will be gradually charged. Okay. Love that it's called the left arm of steel. That is cool. You just punch with it. Oh, it has durability. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe it was a bad idea that I just wasted 3 swings. No! My depth perception failed me. Ah! I was just doing my robot cop impression by missing. Oh no, your shirt. Oh, it's covered in oil and gork. Oh, look at my gorky shirt. Oh, less Gorky now. Goodbye, Gork. Ah yes, Pinocchio's self-cleaning shirt power. Dang, I need that shirt's material. Gork. Gork, baby.
Switch me on and gently light away.
And how do I do that? Ah! What button do I press? Ah! What the? Hey! What is this? Ah! Lie or die. Automated puppets were an innovative invention made by the genius technician Geppetto. The introduction of automated puppets drastically improved the quality of life of the citizens of Krat. Back here. Well, at least I didn't lose too much. Oh, and my left arm of steel has its durability back. I won't waste it doing 3 punches this time. Dim ergo fragment. Don't know what that is. Speedrun complete. Yeah, I wonder what lies are supposed to be like mechanically. Like, I wonder how lies tie into all this. Get off of me, please. Let's see if I... Ah! What is that thing that I use? Is this what lights my way? No, this just heals me. Well, oh no. What? What? How? What makes me die? Oh, there we go. There's how I... That's how I get Gemini. Oh, there's my life. Lost ergo recovery, but bull... Yeah, shining a light. Guess what? I can see the stairs now. What you gonna do? What you gonna do now that I can see stairs? It's my new power. Stair vision OP. No, hey! Look, I was supposed to hit you, not vice versa. Fable Catalyst Thermite. Now, this is very much just like a Souls game. Like, obviously, you know, that's what it said on the tin. But it's funny that they're just like, let's just take a Souls game and put Pinocchio in it. I've always wanted a Pinocchio Souls game. That's what the world needed. Even though I'm saying that facetiously, I do think that's really neat. Bathroom against terms of service. Oh, you don't like... You don't like a puppet just, like, chilling? Rear fatal attack from behind an enemy, plus R1. Maybe I should have been more behind the enemy to pull that off? I don't know. Use belt. Equip items and gestures on the belt to use them. Hold on to activate the extra bag. Equipped items and gestures on the extra bag to use them. He's a person. Stop dehumanizing him, Daniel. I think he's literally an animated puppet, though. Weird that you could just die. There's just the die button. Aren't we all just puppets? Sure. Oh, perform the check ground gesture. Cool. Is that like just a thing I can... Yeah, I'll set a guy on fire. Why not? Why not? Whoa! You see his little jaunty sprint towards me there? He just starts like... Ooh, passenger's note. If anyone finds this note, get out of the station and run. Definitely make sure to keep clear of the waiting room. I saw a huge puppet smashing people to death in there. I locked the door, but I don't know if that'll work. At least just to stop people from randomly coming in. I'm going to die soon, so I want to help you even if it's not much. Please survive. Anyone. This game doesn't have online multiplayer notes, so it needs notes from in-game NPCs. Weird. Ah. I wanted to kill you guys. I wanted to kill you guys. Nope. That was... that was unsettling. That was surprising. Startling. Startling is the word. That did startle me. Yeah, I'm liking the spooky boy. I'm liking little puppet Timothy Chalamet. Lock device. There are doors and ladders all throughout Krat that are locked by devices. You gotta unlock these doors or go down the ladders to create shortcuts. Clark. Hey, cool. This is where I came from. You know, in kind of an immediate past way. Hey, buddy. Ooh. Ah. Uh-oh. Ah! Oh! Whoa! Yeesh! 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 Oh! Stop it! Ugh. Ah! Oh, okay, yeah. That's a big boy. That's a big jerk. I wonder if will that shortcut I made stay intact? Will I be able to just slip on through? Aha! I had to get right up to him to do the fatal attack. Stay down. Stay down. Stay down. Oh, my short's gonna get nice and clean. Cause I'm a little puppet man. Ah! Oh! Two of you! There be two of ye! Okay, cool. This door does stay open. And I can. Okay. Ah! Nuts! Oh, goodness! Okay. Yeesh. That's not what I was trying to do there, but... Ah. Stop. Stop it. Stop. Jump. No. Stop it. Oh, I died. Well, that's a big boy that I'm not good at fighting. Just believe. If I believe in myself, I can fuck up a whole big robot. Oh shit, he sees me. Yow. Ah, you're so creepy. Ah. If you're a real man, you can do it. I think you mean if I'm a real boy, I can do it. I'm Pinocchio. Ah! Ah! Hey, hey guys! Listen. Hey! Listen, listen. Half my health's already gone. Pinocchio was his stage name. He's no longer a child star. Oh. Ah! It's already going badly for me. Ah! Oh! Ah! Ah! Ooh! 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 Ah! Yeah! Yo! Ah! Whoa! Ooh! Ooh! Yo! Wow! Hell! Yo! Woo! Oh, goodness. Got him! Was not expecting to get him there. Ah, the sawtoothed wheel. Yay! Now don't die. Yeah, well, I'll work on that. I didn't use my left arm of steel at all. Maybe that would have been good to use. Oh. Alright, where's my lantern at? Oh, my lantern was already on, actually. Gotta keep it that way. Ah! Wait, wait! Nothing going on down here. Whoa! What was that? Is that... Did I hit triangle by mistake and triangle did that? I think triangle did do that. Gemini gave 0 support. Gemini's just chilling. Wonder what my next path is supposed to be, if that one path. Daniel, why didn't you use your cool attacks during the boss battle? I didn't know I had them. I didn't know I had the cool attacks during the boss battle. Shit! Press the wrong button. Press the wrong button, guys. Well, we got a Fable Catalyst. I should see what get to a relatively safe spot and see what my equipment can do. Yeah, what new equipment did I get? Any amulets? No. Any defense parts? Oh, workshop using lightweight frame. Use usable items. It doesn't seem like I got new things. Am I just a dummy? I could just be a dummy. I mean, I guess I literally am. I'm Pinocchio. So what's going on here? What kind of spooky thing was my big robot guy doing? There's upstairs. There's stuff happening up there. Like, I can't tell if it's just like cool aesthetic stuff or like stuff that matters that should be explored, you know? Alright, so I went in there, but maybe I can go in here? I can open the door. I used the Krat Central Station main entrance key. I must have gotten that from the big guy, from the big old. Ooh, oh, cool. Oh yeah, yeah. Bring that baby out. You're ready. Ready to look at this fucking ethereal tree. Stargazer activated. Use a Stargazer to fully recover HP and stamina, as well as charge your pulse cells. You will revive at this point upon death. Remember, this process also revives enemies, not just your character. Neat. I will use the Stargazer.
It's called a Stargazer. A marvelous device the Stalkers used in the past.
So where's...
Its danger estimates. Please reduce fuzzy numbers or reset danger parameters.
As we are not strong enough to beat the puppets. But if I lend my power to this Stargazer for a moment. Gather ergo, clever one. This Stargazer will make you stronger.
Oh, neat.
But the Stargazer's strength doesn't last forever, so be careful with it. Hurry up and come to Hotel Krat.
Use the Stargazer, you say? So where's Shrek? Just imagine, like, Pinocchio in this game just being like, oh, I hope I get out of this desolate area. Oh, I'm wearing panties. That's all I remember about Shrek. Hotel Krat seems like a 3-star place. Yeah, it's great. Oh. Yeah, boosted my health for sure. Activity, yeah, boosting that physical attack for sure. Technique. Boosting it again for sure. Yeah, sure, why don't I also boost the stamina? Okay. Yeah, I'll use my Ergo to level up. Use storage. Yeah, it's okay, we're okay. Guard right before getting hit, huh? Forgot which one was guard. I rarely used it. Also, it's hard to use when you get ganged up on 2 guys that attack at different rates. Ganged up on by 2 guys that attack at different rates. Oh, you? Puppy! Oh, robot puppy. Sorry, robot puppy. I see. That's why they let you know that the Stargazer also refreshes enemies, because, like, otherwise you're just hanging by the Stargazer, clearing out bad guys, and then... Ah! Yeesh! Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh, Shrek! Where are you, Shrek? I need some help! Puppy. Oh my god. Guys. Ah. Ooh. Holy moly. Robot puppy. What? No. Yeah, you tuned back in at the wrong time. I just had to kill like 3 dogs in a row. Whew. That was a lot. There were a lot of those. But I did it. Survived. Oh, Krat Times, issue 183. The Krat Grand Exhibition has been delayed. This decision was made to protect the citizens until the puppet frenzy that has recently paralyzed the city is under control. The occurrence began on Rosa Isabel Street, resulting in hundreds of casualties. While the cause is still unknown, the number of casualties and the scale of damage are both growing. As the crisis dragged on, the workshop and Venigni Company Krat's latest puppet factory announced that they would offer emergency supplies to citizens and do everything they could to alleviate the situation. A task force is investigating the possibility of a fatal loss of the Grand Covenant, which is the control protocol of the workshop's puppets. However, there is no quick solution as of how to deal with a puppet frenzy, creating more casualties. As the city braces for a resurgence of the petrification disease, the citizens were advised to stay indoors for their safety. However, many citizens are trying to escape through Krat Central Station, intensifying the general chaos. Did you discover the truth? Puppets are the final form of AI. That's terrifying. Just imagine someone being like, "Oh, I want to know what I look like as a Muppet," and then like, just fast forward 10 years, and like, they're just like shambling towards a Pinocchio with a sword. Ah! Bro, where do you come from? Where do you go? Where do you come from, Puppet Man Joe? Yeah, get murdered. Whoa! Two of ya! Two of ya! Two of ya! Oh! Oh! Ow! Ooh! Whoa! Whoa! Ouchies. Padlock here? They really like sneaking up on you. Yeah, they sure do, don't they? Just minding my own puppet boy business and look behind myself and... Okay, maybe I can practice with you. Oh. That didn't work. Then you're forgetting the triangle attack. I don't know if I have access to the triangle attack. Like, there's a little X over the triangle right now. Maybe I lost like my one opportunity to use that. Oh, hey guys. Hey guys. Oh, the puppies. I'm sorry, puppy. Look, I did hit triangle, like, after I said that when I was fighting those two puppets. Tried hitting triangle, didn't work. So there goes the neighborhood. Don't like that. It's funny, I was worried that that was a trap. You know, I go touch the shiny blue thing, and then I look behind me, and there's 7 puppets. Ooh, Fable Arts. Use Blade Fable Arts and Handle Fable Arts. Weapons have distinct blades and handles that catch. They each have their own Fable Art. Fable Arts use Fable slots, and different Fable Arts have a different number of slots. Charge Fable slots by attacking enemies with weapons. So there it is. There's what I had. Oh, I see, and I Oh, wow, you're large. You're a large man with a large thing. And I'm gonna die right here. Oh. Lie or die, baby. This is, it's a respectable length demo. What do you have against puppets? Well, you know, puppets in this game don't seem to like me very much. The character dies, death ergo is dropped on that spot. Get Bastard Lost ergo by retrieving this death ergo. If enemies damage you or kill you again before you retrieve it, the amount you can recover decreases. Oh, but it doesn't go away completely. That's a little more forgiving. A little nicer than Elden Ring. Maybe if you were less controlling. Yeah, this is... Yeah, you're right. This is my bad. If I were more chill, the big murderous puppets wouldn't be coming after me. Alright. So, I believe there's swarms of puppets, like, all up in this area. Let's see if I can deal with them without, like, dying a whole lot. Puppy! Puppy! Sorry, puppy! I'm sorry, puppy! Ah! Oh. Okay. I did take a little damage there. I do seem to have concerned those guys in the corner. How does it compare to your expectations? What, Lies of P? I didn't really have expectations for Lies of P. So, you know, good, I guess. Like, this game is pretty cool. I like the aesthetic. I like the big creepy puppet men chasing me around. Oh! Like them suddenly writhing and... So... the next few days of Summer Game Fest, right? Yeah. Summer Game Fest Wholesome Games Direct is happening. Like, you know, I don't have too many predictions for that. I know that Every video game showcase should have one shadow drop demo. I agree. I think that should be a practice, actually. Yeah, or like some kind of shadow drop, right? Like every video game showcase should have some kind of shadow drop, and I was actually kind of sad that Summer Game Fest had very few shadow drops. It really just shadow dropped this demo and almost nothing else. The Devolver Direct shadow dropped a game onto the Switch, and I think it's cool that that happened. But yeah, really just those two shadow... Ooh, stupid dog! Dog, please! Oh, dog! Aw, dog. Yeah, I think it's cool that that happened, but yeah, it felt like kind of a low amount of shadow drops in comparison to usually how these events go. We did get the Metroid Prime shadow drop earlier this year. Oh yeah, Nintendo Directs, as a rule, will always have a minimum of one shadow drop. Usually 2 or 3. Usually at least 2 or 3 shadow drops. And Metroid Prime was a pretty good shadow drop. Yeah. I feel like the Xbox showcase is gonna have, like, multiple shadow drops. Like, at the very least, there'll be multiple, like, hey, this is on Game Pass today. Even if it's, like, an older game, you know? Like, maybe it'll be like, hey, this game came out a year ago, but we just put on Game Pass today. So if you've never played it before, buckle up. Get your thumbs ready to press some Game Pass buttons. Beastie Ball, Greg Lobanov mentioned that there would be Beastie Ball stuff at the Wholesome Game Direct tomorrow. He said there'd be some surprises, and I already know what the surprises are because he accidentally leaked them on the Steam page by mistake. And then he deleted the Steam post, so it would feel a bit mean if I just came out and said it, but it is cool what he's going to show at the Wholesome Game Direct. If you're interested in Beastie Ball, I would check out the Wholesome Game Direct. I don't know what else will really be at the Wholesome Games Direct. Like, there is stuff that feels kind of obvious, I guess. Like, I'm sure there will be a minimum of 3 farm sims. There'll be at least 3 farm games that you can play. That you'll get to play someday at the Wholesome Games Direct. Maybe they'll show the, okay, yeah, give me my stuff back. There's the guy. There's the guy. Ah! That's oof! Ah! Yeah, grog. Oop. Yeah. Ah. Oh boy. These guys always take a whole bunch out of me. I always barely survive that shit. Look, I did the triangle attack on purpose that time. What do you mean, Daniel, I swear? Cinderella game called Chores of Sea Wen. Maybe if Lies of P does well enough. I feel like I should go back to my little Pinocchio beacon. You were so close to dying. Yeah. Well, I didn't. And that's a Souls win right there. As a Souls-like player, that's a win. Yeah, I think the Xbox. I feel like Xbox will be cool. I really hope they do the you can expect all this in a year. You can expect most of this in a year. Hope they do that again. That was really nice. I hope they're not discouraged from doing that, you know? I hope they're not like, well, we ended up being liars last time with Starfield. We ended up delaying Starfield, so maybe we shouldn't make promises like that again. But no, make promises like that again. You kept most of them. You kept most of your promises. Not enough. Ooh. You're right. Maybe not enough Virgo. Maybe not Virgo. Oh, no, I don't. I don't. I understand. Okay, now all these guys are gonna be hanging around again. I think, oh, many of you. Yeah. Oh, goodness. Yeah, I think the Capcom showcase, they're focusing mostly on upcoming games. And I feel like they will also focus mostly on games that have been revealed already lately. I'm gonna have to fight that big jerk all over again. I think that multiplayer mode for RE4 isn't out yet. So maybe they'll like shadow drop that. They're probably gonna talk Exoprimal stuff. They really want Exoprimal to be a success. I don't think it's going to be. Like, I'm sorry, like robot shooting dinosaurs should be a cool concept, but I just don't think that many people are gonna bite. Hey buddy. Hey pal. Ah, Bubby! No! I don't think they're going to show Rashid for Street Fighter 6 yet. I really think they're saving that shit for Evo, and I think Rashid will shadow drop for Evo. I'd love to see Rashid, but yeah, I think it's too early. I'd love to see... I'd love to see, like, Mega Man Legends Legacy Collection or something, but it's probably too soon to announce that. The Battle Network Collection literally just came out. Yeah, I think Microsoft will have some surprises. Like Summer Game Fest had that cool Sandland game, right? And maybe that's all the anime stuff that Bandai Namco has for us right now. But I still feel like we're on the verge of the announcement of like of the next like Shonen Jump crossover fighting game, right? Like whatever the follow up to Jump Force is. Honestly, like on that note, I don't think it'll play much like Jump Force. Like I think they're kind of embarrassed by Jump Force and like disappointed with Jump Force's performance. So I don't think it'll play too much like Jump Force, honestly. Jeez, these guys, these freaking puppies, all up in my stuffy. You. Hey. But I do think the next like Jump crossover fighting game is coming, right? I think it's on its way. I think we'll get it in 2024. And it's worth noting that Dragon Ball FighterZ announced at an Xbox event. The worldwide announcement for that was an Xbox, a United States Xbox event. Jump Force announced at an Xbox event. And you know, it's been a few years since Jump Force. The next one is probably in the works. So I do think the next Shonen Jump crossover game is on its way. And I think it'll probably get announced. Ah. It'll probably get announced at the Xbox event this Sunday. Didn't Jump Force get shut down? I feel like they would invest in it at this point. Do you mean they wouldn't invest in it because Jump Force got shut down? Jump Force did get shut down, and that's precisely why I think they are working on another crossover fighting game that they're going to try to like get a better reception from. You know, like they're going to try to make a Shonen Jump fighting game that people will like more than people like Jump Force, because Jump Force got kind of a lackluster critical reception, right? So I think part of the reason they shelved Jump Force is because they want a better game to replace it. They want people to forget about Jump Force and get the new thing. Wouldn't. Yeah, you meant wouldn't. if it's a new series, then sure, the story mode was horrible in Jump Force. Yeah, exactly. Jump Force's story mode was so disappointing, and I think that game was so disappointing in general. Like, all the characters kind of played the same. Leap League. Yeah, when I said a follow-up, I basically meant, like, another Shonen Jump crossover fighting game that probably takes place in a 3D space, right? Yeah, that's what I meant by follow-up. I didn't literally mean Jump Force 2. I don't think they're making Jump Force 2. But I think they're making a game that has a decent amount in common with Jump Force, but will be, like, kind of tweaked and revamped to get a better critical reception. That's my guess. I feel like it's going to get announced really soon. Like, maybe if it doesn't get announced at this Xbox event, maybe Tokyo Game Show or something. But I have a feeling. I have a feeling it's coming to the Xbox event. One thing that has me kind of hesitant about that now is that Bandai Namco already just announced an anime game. They just announced Sandland at Summer Game Fest, like, 24 hours ago, right? So maybe they don't have another anime game announcement available, like, ready, like, literally 2 days later. But I still just have kind of a feeling Xbox loves having at least one kind of announcement catered to fans of Japanese games at their events. And they have tended to get Bandai Namco to supply that game lately, you know? Like, Xbox will do an event and it'll be like, hey, Scarlet Nexus. Bandai Namco, can we have Scarlet Nexus to show at the event? And they're like, sure, yeah, fine. Okay, ooh, Dragon Ball fighting game. Let's have that. Anime season still months away? Like, do you mean, like, the season for anime games? Like, as a general... Like, it's not time for a bunch of anime games to come out yet? Or do you mean a specific season of anime is still months away? Oh, they coming up the stairs. They want to fight. They want an altercation. For fall anime, not sure if they announce now and release then or just wait. I think the crossover fighting game will not come out till 2024. If you haven't noticed, they like to do these. They like to do these crossover fighting games like every 5 years, because they like to do them for, like, for example, they like to do like a 45th anniversary crossover game, and then they like to do a 50th anniversary crossover game, and then they're probably going to want to do a 55th anniversary crossover game. They like doing crossover games every 5 years for anniversary reasons. 2024 is going to be the 55th anniversary of Shonen Jump. So I think they're going, like, I think even if they announce it around now, it's not going to come out till sometime next year. So, like, there'll be plenty of, like, reveals and announcements during the fall 2024 anime season, because it's not coming out fall 2024 anyway. Oh, doggy, why? Usually Action Shine start in the fall, I think. I mean, like, action series, like I do think Shonen Jump has, like, some action series planned for fall, yeah. Like, I think Undead Unluck is starting in October or something, unfortunately. If it's anything like the anime, I would not recommend the Undead Unluck anime. If it's anything like the manga, I would not recommend the Undead Unluck anime. That's new. Okay. I have to fight this guy again, but at least I've got a full... I guess I could just, like, run away from him, you know? Because I could just be like, excuse me, just coming through. Oop. Wasn't expecting a follow-up there. Ah. Oh, you groggy bitch! Oh, what was that? What was that? That was me defeating you. Me chopping you in half. Oh, goodness. Goodness gracious. You're a fool. You're a big, dumb robot. Ho ho! Hoo hoo! Ha ha! Well, that went easier than last time. I feel like my stat upgrades actually, like, are doing something, you know? Yeah. You just like chilling in the dark, don't you? I feel like there is some anime stuff I'm looking forward to for the fall and the coming years. Ah, someone shooting at me. Ow! Whoa! Okay, okay, gunman. Let me drink my juice. Yeah. Oh, yeah, back up with that gun of yours. Fall down, why don't ya? Uh-oh. Ha ha. Ha ha. Ha. Puppy. No juice, only bullets. Ah! Ooh. Damn, you got a meaty little hit on me. Oh, but I've got more juice. No bullets, only juice. The opposite. The opposite could also be true. Ah! What was that? A dog from the sky. I think if I come over here, there's... Yeah, I can get a little vial and unlock this door. I cannot unlock this door. So I gotta just keep exploring. Yeah, I'm blanking what I'm looking forward to, but like, I feel like spring season and fall season is always like kind of stacked for anime lately, right? Like, I mean, this spring was pretty stacked. Blue Lock was great. Blue Lock was a great time. Or was that, did Blue Lock start in fall, or did that start in spring? It started in fall last year, didn't it? And it just ran into spring because it was two, like, seasons. It was two cores. But I liked Blue Lock a lot. Oh, spring season, Skip and Loafer is so good. I love Skip and Loafer. I've had a really wonderful time with Skip and Loafer. I've already really been enjoying the manga of Skip and Loafer. Oh, boy. Wow. Hey, guys. Listen, whoa, hey, no, hey. Yeah, the Skip and Loafer manga has been really, really good. It's just such a wonderful, like, kind of slice of life with, like, romance elements, and I love kind of, I love kind of the ongoing theme of like um of kind of how you'll make judgments on someone based on your perception of them, and why that's not always a great thing to do. Like that is kind of an overarching theme of Skip and Loafer. Actually results in so many great and interesting character arcs. And I love so many of the characters in Skip and Loafer. Yeah, the manga has been great, and the anime is just an excellent adaptation. Such an incredible adaptation. It's got great trans representation. Some of the best trans representation I have seen in Japanese media. Even though the anime like adds a thing or two that I don't think was in the manga, that like, you know, that felt slightly unnecessary, but overall it's still really good representation, and I think the character in question is portrayed in a very positive light that makes me really happy. What other spring stuff has there been? I think Tomo-chan is a girl, which is a lot more problematic, unfortunately. I really like the base premise of Tomo-chan as a girl. The characters are fun. They either have great designs or they're just very funny. But it's got some bad anime tropes. That's another thing I really love about Skip and Loafer. It's not like it's a romance and it's a comedy, but it's not. It doesn't fall into a lot of, like, you know, shitty anime tropes. I really admire it for that. Yeah, damn, I'm having trouble thinking of a good anime that's coming out in the near future. Oh, hey, man. Ah! Wow. Anything on your watch list for the fall 2023 season? Even the summer 2023 season, I guess. Awaken the puppy. Ah! Shit. Shit. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I anger all of them simultaneously. How does that happen every time? Jeez, guys. Jeez, okay. Whoa! Goodness. Yeah, maybe just like picking them off like from the center one by one is a bad idea. That depletes like half of my health reserves, like immediately. Maybe I should stop doing that so much. Oh, hey. Hey, puppy. Hey. Puppy. Puppy, hey. this is such a nice long demo. Look how long this demo is. Hey, hey pal. Hey buddy. These guys are gonna run up the stairs. Did you get the Puppet Master restored yet? Is that a thing, or are you just fucking with me? So as I was asking earlier, do you have any fall 2023 anime or summer 2023 anime that you're really looking forward to? Because like I'm kind of blanking, but I know there's stuff. I've just been watching Dr. Stone. Or, I've just been watching Dr. Stone. Cool. Dev and I should really get back into Dr. Stone. I like Dr. Stone a lot. We like Dr. Stone enough that we finished watching the whole anime. We finished reading the whole manga, like, while the anime was on break. We just read that whole thing.
A powerful parade puppet is blocking the entrance, and that's the only way in. So please, be careful.
Careful. You think I'm not careful? So like we haven't really been watching the anime as much lately because, you know, we already know what happens. Got bored with the Spy Family show. Yeah, us too, actually. Like, I don't really get it. I love the Spy Family manga. I was ready for it to be, like, a huge hit, right? And then it wasn't. Or rather, it was.
Hello
Oh, hey.
there. Welcome to Krat, visitor.
Oh, wow, a
I
person.
didn't think there were any stalkers left to fight the puppets.
Like,
You didn't hear? Figures. The whole organization fell apart. All that's left are wannabes and amateurs who think they can fight on their own. You ought to buy something while you're at the festival. You can't rely on yourself alone.
alright, thanks, merchant.
Out here alone?
Oh, cool. Okay, good. You will sell me stuff. Yeah, like, obviously, Spy Family is a big hit. It was a big hit. But it also feels like it could have been a bigger hit if they didn't, like, just adapt all of, like, the filler chapters. Like, the second half of the second core of Spy Family feels so slowly paced. And so, like, yeah, I feel like they killed all of their momentum. Which the manga kind of does too, right? And they're just adapting the manga, but I feel like they could have really changed the pacing to keep it more like to keep it more engaging, to keep it more active, and I feel like they didn't really succeed in that. Well, like at least next season we'll adopt some like cool arcs that are at least interesting, and a good Yor arc. Spy Family season 2 had nothing happen. LMAO, yeah. The one volume I read had a chapter cut in the manga. Like had a chapter in the manga that was cut from the anime. I don't remember what that would be, but I believe you. I'm so interested in how they adapt the rest of Dr. Stone because the first 12 volumes were like 2 seasons. Yeah, I think honestly, like each arc is going to be a season, right? Like they're on the Age of Discovery arc, right? Oh yeah, and you also said, I'm glad you're caught up because I have so many thoughts. I'm not sure where you are in the Age of Discovery, but like, the Age of Discovery is my least. The first half of Age of Discovery is fun, right? Them recruiting Ryusei and getting on a boat and exploring and discovering like farming and harvesting and stuff. Like that's all great. That's all very fun. Having a good time with that. The second half of Age of Discovery, where like they end up on an island. The antagonists of that arc do not have a good time with. I do not like that antagonist. I do not like a lot of that arc. Because of what goes on there. But I like the arc after that, and I like the arc after that. I just got to the last volume, like the very last volume of Dr. Stone. Cool. And I really like the Perforation Island. Refresh my memory on what the Perforation Island is. I'm gonna try not to, like, I'm going to be pretty vague when it comes to Dr. Stone manga spoilers. The Petrification Island. Right. Yeah, there's cool stuff about the Petrification Island. Wait, what do you mean by the Petrification Island? Because I feel like there's multiple islands you could mean by the Petrification Island. Is it... we're... Right. Where they find the thing, is that during... Right. Is that during the Age of Discovery, or is that like... Is that after... Is that afterwards? Is that after like the... Is that after the island with the tribe on it, or is that during the island with the tribe on it? Ooh, Puppet Saberblade. I can afford these things, I think. Ooh. Yeah, I should buy this, right? Cool. Oh, there's a great sword of fate and a wintry rapier's blade. Wait, do I already have the thing that I just bought? Did I just do a dumb thing? I don't know the names. It's the first place they go after making the ship. Okay, yeah. There's things I like about that arc. And it does have to do with like the petrification stuff. I don't like the antagonist of that arc. I don't like the big bad, and I don't like some of the villainous side characters either. Or rather, I would have liked them if they, you know, if they were just defeated at the end of that arc and then just like left behind instead of like having their story continue. Yeah. That wasn't really big at all. Oh shit, I just bought another copy of my shit. That was a bad idea. Hey, can I sell this back to you? I know you're not gonna let me do this at full price, but do you not buy weapons even though you sell them? Music. That's cool. Ooh, is this where the demo ends? Oh, God. Oh, this is not where the demo ends. Oh, wow. That's some range on your slishy slashies. Oh, okay. Well, it was nice meeting you, sir. Oh, God. Shit. What was that spooky text? Well. Well. Yeah, I think, if you die in a boss battle, death ergo is created at the entrance to the boss area. Well, that's so nice. That is not what Elden Ring does. That is not what Elden Ring does. How nice. Wow. Yeah, if you die in Elden Ring, it's like, if you want your stuff back, you're gonna have to beat this boss. You can keep trying the boss and retrieving your stuff and dying, and trying the boss and retrieving your stuff and dying. But yeah, if you die before you beat that boss, your shit's gone. Donkey Kong mad. Robot clown Donkey Kong. That's fucking horrifying. Yeah, it's funny, yeah. The arc of Doctor Stone that the anime is in is actually my least favorite arc, but then there's some arcs I like a lot after that. And there is stuff I like about my least favorite arc, but it does introduce some characters I really like. But also introduces some characters I really don't like. And not all of them are exclusive to that arc. Some of them stick around. But yeah, I do agree that the Spy Family kind of ended up dragging. Which is unfortunate. It had a great start. And I knew it would have a great start because the manga had a great start. At least the fan community is making a lot of cute your TikToks. At least we get that, if nothing else. Oh, that's cool. Like, it kind of tells me in the upper right how much I've lost and how much I I can retrieve if I go get the thing. Yeah, I think I've mentioned all the manga all the anime I've been into lately. Like Skip and Loafer's great. Tomo-chan is fine. The bit utilizes gross tropes a bit too much. Blue Lock is good. Blue Lock is pretty good. And I haven't got around to watching the Chainsaw Man anime yet, but I did catch up on the manga, and I do like the Chainsaw Man manga. There were points where I did not like the Chainsaw Man manga, but it did grow on me, and I think the Chainsaw Man manga gets to some very cool places. Like Chainsaw Man becomes a very cool manga. Block. for which take? I just gave you like 4 or 5 of them back to back. Blue Lock block. You don't like Blue Lock? I do think that the budget for the anime is disappointingly low sometimes. But I think it's got a great narrative, and it's doing some awesome sports anime stuff. And that the characters are great and interesting. Block should be the shorthand name for Blue Lock. Yeah, because then you just say block and people think you're blocking them. It's great. Really intuitive. Yeah, I think the manga especially is really good and really cool. Like I have some issues with the anime adaptation. Like I do think, I do think the animation feels like bad and low budget sometimes. And the dub is hit and miss. The dub is hit or miss. But yeah, there's a lot about it that's just real good. Like yeah, I'd be interesting to hear what you have against Blue Lock, unless you're just saying block to be funny because Blue Lock equals block. Introducing the parade puppet. Here appears a terrific puppet to enliven the parade. Introducing Parade Master, a remarkable parade puppet model from the workshop to celebrate the grand exhibition. Hello there, I am the Parade Master. I like singing and marching with people, and killing them with my big Donkey Kong hands. The Parade Master has the following functions: 16 jolly songs, cheerful laughter, and 54 parade phrases. Parade dances to delight children. the strength to carry 6 men on his shoulders. This parade master was made big in commemoration of the grand exhibition. Check out its charms on the eve of the upcoming exhibition. Never seen it. Well, if you like sports anime at all, it's great. And if you don't like sports anime, it might still be worth a shot because it's got a really great, like, you know, it's got a really fun spin on sports anime. Like, if you don't like sports anime, but you do like battle royale stuff and killing, if you like Danganronpa and you don't think that Danganronpa necessarily needs to have like actual murder in it, then Blue Lock's vibes might be up your alley.
Out here alone? You...
Huh, interesting. Maybe, yeah, maybe I should have these. Maybe he sells these because I should use them on the boss. Where? Oh, there is weapon durability? Shit. Okay. All right. Let's try this guy. Yeah. One more time. Lies of weapon durability. Ah! No! Hey! Oops. No! Ew. Yikes. Oh. Yikes. Okay, but I am supposed to use these charges against it. Oh. Whoa. Whoa. Wah! No! Please, oh goodness. Ow! Ah! Ah! Ow! Ah! Ooh. Oh. Yeesh. Oh. Hey, hey, hey. Oh. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Okay, press the wrong button. Press the wrong button. It's okay. Ah. Ah. Yeah. Listen. Oh. Oh my goodness. You sound so much like an anime protagonist. You'll have to link me to that anime. I'm not. I don't know if I agree. So close. Yeah, Ooh. Some enemies become ready. Use a strong attack called a Fury Attack. You can't dodge or guard Fury Attacks, but you can counter with a perfect guard. I have not managed a perfect guard once since I started playing this game. I'm just bad at that shit. I can't do perfect parries in Street Fighter 6 either yet. Haven't pulled it off. Yeah. Liza P demo is cool, and that's a very cool boss. I'm considering calling it here. Like, yeah. I have been enjoying this game more than I thought I would, though. Love the aesthetic. Love kind of the atmosphere. Um, you know, it does cool, creepy Souls things for a game that is not by FromSoft. Like, they do a great job kind of replicating the Souls feel. Um, I've really only played Elden Ring, and not much of it, but I can still kind of detect the authenticity, you know. Still, oop. I still can kind of detect the quality. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's good. Nice. Yeah. Don't know what I should do next. Like, watch it be your 2023 game of the year. Hmm. I don't know. It's already got some pretty stiff competition. Like, I obviously have no idea what's going to be on the final list, but like I'm having a fantastic time with Street Fighter 6 right now. Um, I had a really good time with Cassette Beasts earlier this week. And I'm very excited to continue playing that on Monday. That is something I'll continue playing on Monday. Um, and what else have I played this year? Like, what else? What else came out in 2023 that I've played? Um, like, let's see. Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if like I haven't played too much Tears of the Kingdom, but I don't know if Liza P would beat out Tears of the Kingdom, right? Humanity came out this year. I don't think that'll make my list. Redfall will not make my Game of the Year list, I don't think. Um, Omega Strikers came out of early access this year. Arcana of Paradise: The Tower. That was a really highly anticipated game for me, but I don't know if I don't know where that would place in my GOTY list right now. Wild Frost was a fun little deck building roguelite, but you know, I don't know if it had like staying power for me. Same with Dungeons of Ether. Great, actually really high quality little roguelite, but don't know if that had sticking power. Yeah, that's like feels like more or less my 2023 like games played list so far. I think that list is going to get a lot bigger in the second half of the year, especially because I plan on playing a lot more games as they come out. But yeah, I don't know about Liza P as my game of the year for 2023. But it's solid. I highly respect it. Great Souls like, you know, great and I feel like Souls fans and Souls purists will not really like the way that this game takes it easier on you than Souls games tend to. I feel like they won't really like the fact that that your death drop will show up in front of the boss room, so you don't have to commit to fighting the boss to get your stuff back. And I feel like they won't like that you don't completely lose your stuff if you die before you grab it. You just get diminished rewards. Like I feel like there's some FromSoft purists out there that are like, oh, this game's too easy, but I actually really like the ways in which it is forgiving but still hard. I actually really like that. This might be a Souls game for me. But I'm probably not buying it. But I did enjoy this demo. I think it's very good. Souls purists are the constitutional originalists of gaming. Excuse me, but Dark Souls says that you should fucking eat shit if you can't beat a boss that is too hard for you. Article 7, paragraph B, thou shalt lose all your shit if you trip over a cliff by accident. Read it and weep, man. This is our creed. Adhere to our creed. Ugh. That is funny. That is a funny thing to say. I like the butterflies representing the blue fairy. That's a cool touch. Like, I like the way that the blue fairy is implemented in this game. I like the way that Geppetto or Gemini, not Geppetto, but Gemini/Gemini. I like the way that Gemini is implemented in this game. Yeah, it's neat. This game's neat. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's cool. I think the game's cool. The question is, do I just say this is an early day and Fable Clash crossover of all the fairy tale characters? I think reimaginings of fairy tale characters is like dope fucking shit. Like, and more game developers should do this. Like, I also really like that, like, well, this is kind of sad actually, but it's kind of funny that Lies of P shows up and it's this really cool reimagining of Pinocchio, and it happens right when the Alice Madness developer, like the developer of like those Tim Burton-esque like Alice in Wonderland games, Alice Madness Returns and that kind of thing. It's really interesting that right after the Alice guy like got his pitch turned down by EA and was like, I'm never making another Alice game again. I give up game development forever. Like, it's so funny, not funny, but it's like, it's so weird that he leaves the game industry forever because he can't get his Alice game greenlit. And then right as that happens, this cool gothic Pinocchio game comes out. That's really weird and interesting timing. And I do want more like fairy tale reimaginings. Shit, just where the hell is Wolf Among Us 2? Where's that game been? Like, that, it's right there. There's your Fable Clash. Fable Clash with choices. Where is it? I know it's in development, and development is very slow because the company that used to make it doesn't exist anymore, really, but yeah. Gimme. Yeah. Should I call it early? Should this be a stream that ends at like midnight tonight? Or should I just fuck around in Street Fighter for like an hour? Great Pinocchio model. Great Twink Pinocchio model. Shrek! Shrek, I'm in a scary video game! Help! Help me! Oh! 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 Oh, Shrek! Yeah? Yeah! Yeah! What? Something weird happened? Devin shut him down. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think, you know, I think this has been a nice stream. So I think I will call it here. I'll stop for the evening. Um, Tomorrow, uh, Street Fighter. Tomorrow I'm going to play just a bunch of Street Fighter. Um, yeah, tomorrow is going to be like Street Fighter like lobbies basically. I'm going to set up a custom room. Whoever wants to come in and fight me in Street Fighter 6 is welcome. And I will I will grind my Manon against any challenger that wants to come in here. Oh yeah, my PS5 controller was low on battery anyway, so this probably is a good point to stop. Um, yeah, so tomorrow evening, Saturday night, 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. Street Fighter 6 online fights. Then Monday is Cassette Beast. I'm continuing my Cassette Beast playthrough. Then next Friday is going to be my schedule, my 2023 second half of the year schedule making stream. And yeah, I will be having you vote on what my next full playthrough is going to be. I'm going to be having you guys give me suggestions on what old games to play on Mondays after I finish that full playthrough. And I'll also be scrolling through the 2023 in video gaming list on Wikipedia and looking at all the games that now have release dates thanks to all of these Summer Game Fest events. And picking what games I'll be playing on Fridays throughout 2023 also. And I will also be taking suggestions for that. Like you know, if I scroll past Exo Primal or whatever, and you're like, hey, wait, you scroll past Exo Primal. Please consider this. Consider this, young man. And then yeah, I'll consider it. I won't say that I'll pick it still, but I'll consider it. Yeah, I'll be doing those three things throughout Friday. I'm considering maybe breaking it up, maybe just doing like the full playthrough vote on Friday, and then on Saturday, like I'll do the make the rest of the schedule with viewer suggestions. I guess it depends on how long stuff takes, right? But yeah, this Saturday Street Fighter, Monday Cassette Beast, next Friday big schedule making stream that will include a bunch of like votes on my next full playthrough. So I'll need some viewers in here. I'll need some people watching and participating in the polls cuz like yeah, the whole stream will fall apart if there's only like 2 or 3 people voting on each game. So yeah, if that sounds fun to you, if that sounds interesting to me, if that sounds fun to you, if that sounds interesting to you, if that sounds fun to you, if that sounds interesting to you, please drop by and tell me whether I should play Lost Odyssey or Blue Dragon. Or any other number of games. It'll be more than just those two. Okay. All right. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for coming and watching the stream. Looks like a decent amount of you dropped by. Be there or be square. Yes, I would hate for you to be a square. It's very uncomfortable. I dislike it. You could say you're boxed in. Oh my god. I think I'm exhausted. I'm gonna go. But anyway, yeah, thanks everyone. Thanks for watching. I had a nice stream. I had a nice time. Yeah, looking forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. 7 p.m. See you then. Bye-bye.